Say, is your pumpkin another Ayden? No, we gonna go see the pumpkins and take pictures. We're going to a pumpkin patch.
You're so handsome. It's scary. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're so handsome. It's scary.
He said, come on, let's go.
All right, let's go. It's been a while since you all have seen us. I think like these first couple weeks with Ayden, we really just wanted to like get in our groove of things. And we had the mindset that if we make a video, we'll make a video. If we don't, we're not gonna stress ourselves out about it. And we ended up not. But now that we quote unquote have a better like system working, we did want to come on here and start documenting what we've been up to these past 3 weeks, because a lot of y'all have been asking, like,
Where's the video?
Like, y'all really be having us in our feelings, because like these videos never were meant to like make traction on YouTube. They were more so just for like documenting our family, and it means so much when y'all reach out to us and are like, when's the next video coming? Like, I never expected anybody to watch our home videos. And honestly, I started making them just so that like we would have something to watch in years to come. But when y'all hit us up and y'all are like, hey, like we need this next video, it means like, okay, get me out my feelings. All that aside, we have a really busy day today. We are heading a few cities over to go to a pumpkin patch. And then when we get back home later on today, we're gonna talk about like how these past 3 weeks have been for us, and like expectation versus reality, what we saw on YouTube and expected on YouTube versus how Parenthood actually is. So yeah, we're gonna get Ayden packed up and get over to this pumpkin patch really early before a lot of people get out, because we don't want, you know, it's still Rona, you know what I'm saying? Ain't really trying to be But yeah, so we're gonna do that. But before we get into that, I want to take one quick second, like 30 seconds, to talk about today's partner. Recently, we partnered with Popple, who is this amazing company that reached out and they were like, hey, try some of these things. We think you're gonna really love them. And honestly, we have. How it works is you put this on the back of your phone with a 3M adhesive that you can take off as many times as you want. When you take this little dot and put it to the back of someone else's phone, like right near their camera area, it automatically pulls up a link to all of your linked social media pages. So for my business, I have my business website, my Instagram, my Facebook page, my YouTube page, my PayPal information, everything all at one tap. This changes the game for social media and how you market yourself or your company. And we do have a promo code of 20% off if you use code BKYT. These affordable popples are already extremely cheap, and when you pair that 20% off coupon code with it, we think that it's gonna be a game changer for how you market yourself and your business. So with that being said, let's get back into today's video. All right, guys, so we are back from the pumpkin patch, and honestly, Ayden was not having it. He was more so there just for us, for a photo op, of course, but he wasn't having it because
It was his first experience at a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, and we wanted to take him for that specific experience, but he's definitely
one of our favorite things to do.
Exactly. He's definitely his mama's child, because sunlight, hot environments, whole bunch of people, that ain't it.
Ain't with it.
So when he got out there and like we opened the sunshade, he was like, it's time to go back to the cribbo. So
Ayden was like, that was prime time,
nap time. Yeah. So we just wanted to come on here and give y'all an update, because y'all haven't seen us since we left the hospital, and now we're like seasoned veterans
No, we ain't seasoned veterans yet. Ayden is 3 weeks and what? 5 days?
5 days, almost a month old.
He's almost a month old.
By the time y'all see this, he'll be a month old, I think. We want to just take a second to like recap over like hospital experience and like the first 3/4 weeks of parenthood, how things have been going for us. So when we left the hospital, or actually while we were in the hospital, we had a really good experience. We had
very nice and helpful nurses.
Yes, our nurse staff was great. Our doctors were great. Our biggest worries was Kim being okay. Black women like disproportionately don't make it. The rates of them making it are a lot lower than any other race as far as childbirth goes, like them surviving it. So like that was always in the back of our minds, but like
in the back. It
was in the back of my mind for like most of the pregnancy, but then like when we got to the hospital, I was like, okay, I need to walk out of this hospital with my wife and my child.
Before we even made it to the hospital, I told Brandon, I need you to keep your eyes on me.
Yeah, and I remember the doctor asked me, Dad, you want to come down here and like look at your son being born? And I was like, one, I don't want to be that dad to pass out, so I'm gonna stay up here at the head of the bed so that doesn't happen. Two, I need to make sure that Kim is like okay and like we got eye contact.
We did have a scare moment.
Yeah, we did have a scare moment. We're not gonna talk about it because you need to go watch our video. We'll wait right here. I remember like the first couple days in the hospital, I just couldn't take my eyes off of him. And I've actually like messed him up because that first night.
No, it was the second night.
It was the second night. The first night
was easy. Like it spoiled us because he was quiet and he slept throughout the night. We didn't have.
We were bragging to the nurses. We were like,
he's so good.
He is not crying at all. And I was telling
the nurse was like, oh, y'all just wait for the second night when he starts to cluster feed.
And I remember like, if you're not familiar with what cluster feeding is, basically they're out of the womb and they're like, okay, I need food like now, like every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes now. And
they do it to help build your milk supply.
Yeah. Yep. But the only way that we could get him to go to sleep that night was I put him on my chest, skin to skin, and he went out immediately. And so now he doesn't want to go to sleep unless he's on my chest, but we've started like weaning him off of that so that like when he has to go and stay with like grandparents and other friends for babysitting, they don't have a difficult time putting him down. And he's already a lot better. So when we left the hospital, I remember like sitting in the car after the nurse like wheeled you down and we had everything loaded up and he was in the back, and I was like, so the first week when we got home,
he like whimpering.
The first week was like a huge shock to us because we were so, I don't know, like we did our research and watched a ton of YouTube videos, and we expected parenthood to be one way, like flowers and rainbows, because that's what YouTube parents typically show. And then when we got home and it was like the screams in the middle of the night for food, and it was a shock.
Comfortable where he was sleeping.
Man, it was a huge shock to us. And I remember thinking, them, what are we doing wrong? Because them YouTube parents, they said everything was flowers and rainbows, and we got this little guy that's screaming every 30 minutes for food. And I was like, man, we got to be doing something wrong. But like the more and more you get your feet wet in parenthood, you realize that like their experience is not going to be your experience. And like YouTube is only going to show, or most YouTube parents are only going to show like the good side of parenthood. They're not going to show all the ugly, bad, screaming parts of parenthood. But it was at that moment that I was like, I want our channel to be different. Like I want people that watch our channel that are either about to have kids or just are our friends and family to know like the ugly real parts of parenthood. I won't say ugly because no part of this has been ugly, but realistic. The real part of parenthood is not all flowers and rainbows, and it's not all perfect. And I don't want to like make our videos to show that like we're perfect parents and we got all things under control. When I turn this camera off, he's probably gonna wake up and have a meltdown for 30 minutes. Yeah. I don't want like people to come to our videos and expect, oh, Brandon and Kim, their experience was so amazing. No, it's been
so easy, so
it's been so easy, so it's gonna be easy. No, no. Walk into it expecting the worst. Walk into it expecting 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night, maybe for the first couple of weeks. And if you get more, great. But don't be like us and watch a whole bunch of videos and expect flowers and rainbows. Nah, famo, it don't even work that way. It's not even, no. We're finding out that like consistency is key. And if we can get him ready for bed and feeding around the same times every day, it's a lot better. And I remember hearing that in YouTube videos and I didn't understand it. And then we went to a doctor's appointment and it threw off his feeding schedule, which threw off his entire day, and he was up the entire night because his like 12 o'clock nap did not happen because he was at the doctor's appointment and he was cranky. And when we got home, he let us know that he didn't like it. So week 1 was like just getting adjusted to everything. Week 2 was the breakdowns.
A lot of breakdowns.
A lot of tears, a lot of what did we get ourselves into, a lot of pain,
nipple pain,
a lot of nipple action, a lot of we not doing this ever again action, like
a lot of how can I dry my milk up because we about to start formula.
A lot, like it was just like your world just goes from like freedom, being able to do what you want at any given moment, to like having to surround everything around him. And that sounds like really cliche and like duh, Brandon, but like until you get into it, you're like, wow, like I really have to like, I don't get the luxury of getting to take a nap when I want to,
or waking up,
or wake up when I want to, or going to bed at night when I want to. I don't know, like week 2 was just us getting accustomed to that. Week 3 we started getting into our groove. That's this week because he's almost 4 weeks.
Week 2, his cord finally fell off, so we was able to give him
a bath, and he got cleared for his wee cut. I don't know, can we say that on YouTube? Circumcision? Yeah, his wee cut. But week 3 was us getting like accustomed to our schedule. We started getting in our groove, and now going into week 4, things are a lot better. We feel like we have a groove of like when he goes down for bed, when he goes down for naps, feedings, everything is just running a lot more smooth. And I know that like as time progresses, it's gonna get even better and better. So yeah, like Parenthood is great, but we definitely, like we said earlier, want to preface this video and all of our future videos and let y'all know that we're gonna be real. Like, we're not finna show y'all the sunshine and the rainbows and the butterflies and the ice cream cones and the sprinkles on top. We're gonna show some of those beautiful moments as well, but just know that like Parenthood is like a shock. Like, it's, your life is changing, and we're documenting that for, of course, us to look back, but for also the other parents out there that want like a real organic, what do I have to expect going forward? Like, you gonna get that right here. So let's go ahead and plug this channel. If you would like to stay up to date on all of our videos, all of our future videos that we post, and want to be notified as soon as they go live, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Y'all have already, like, our goal for this year was 500 subscribers, and it's October and we're already there. So we appreciate that. We never ever expected 500 people to be following us, and like 500 in terms of YouTube is so small, but then when you think about 500 people, like, that's a lot of people. Like, if I was to sit 500 people in like a gym, all of these people watch our videos. So we appreciate that. But if you want to be one of our subscribers and you want to see all of our future videos, be sure to click that subscribe button. And before he starts waking up, and because it's time, again, consistency, it's time for his bottle. We're gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.